Prepare to step into a world of mystery, chills, and spine-tingling stories as we dive into the haunted corners of Alabama, New Jersey, and Kansas. These states are rich in history and folklore, offering some of the most captivating paranormal encounters you'll ever hear. In Alabama, explore the shadowy halls of antebellum homes, eerie cemeteries, and the ghostly remnants of Confederate soldiers at Fort Morgan. New Jersey takes you to its dense pine barrens, infamous for the legend of the Jersey Devil and haunted landmarks steeped in supernatural lore. And in Kansas, the Sunflower State beckons with its grand hotels, historic homes, and locations haunted by restless spirits. Each of these places carries a unique story, blending history with the unexplained, promising an unforgettable adventure for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. Make sure to watch the video till the very end. We've saved the best hauntings for last. You won't want to miss these chilling tales that are sure to keep you up at night. So grab your flashlight, steady your nerves, and let's uncover the secrets of these haunted places together. The Topeka State Hospital, also known as the Menninger Foundation, is a former psychiatric hospital located in Topeka, Kansas. The hospital has a long history, dating back to 1879, and has been the subject of many ghost stories and legends. The hospital was known for its experimental treatments, and it was once one of the most renowned psychiatric hospitals in the United States. The hospital has been closed for many years, but rumors of hauntings persist to this day. Many former patients, staff members, and visitors have reported strange occurrences and ghostly sightings. Some have reported hearing strange noises and whispering voices, while others have seen ghostly apparitions. There are also stories of objects moving on their own and doors opening and closing without explanation. Usually, it's the 13th floor that's haunted, but for the Eldridge Hotel, it's the 5th. Many claim that the 5th floor is a portal to the spirit realm. Many unexplained things have occurred on this floor, especially in room 506. Guests who've stayed on this floor claim to see breath marks on freshly cleaned mirrors and witness lights turning on and off on their own. More specific ghostly figures include a man who died in a fire in the hotel in the 1800s. Guests have reported seeing ghostly apparitions, hearing strange noises, and feeling an eerie presence in the hotel. The hotel's basement is said to be particularly haunted, with reports of ghostly figures appearing and strange occurrences happening. The Eldridge Hotel is considered to be one of the most haunted places in Lawrence. Gaineswood Plantation, nestled in Demopolis, Alabama, stands as a testament to the grandeur of the antebellum South and to its lingering spirits. Built between 1843 and 1861 by General Nathan Bryan Whitfield, this Greek revival masterpiece embodies the wealth and aspirations of its time. Whitfield, a prosperous planter and businessman, spared no expense in creating this architectural gem, employing renowned artisans and craftsmen. Legend has it that Gaineswood is haunted by the ghosts of its past inhabitants, with stories of spectral figures roaming its grand halls and eerie whispers echoing in its rooms. One such spirit is said to be a former slave named Nellie. According to the stories, Nellie was a cook who worked in the plantation's kitchen and died under mysterious circumstances. There have been numerous reports of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena at the Gaineswood Plantation over the years, including strange noises, unexplained movements, and other paranormal activity. Some people believe that these phenomena are connected to the legend of Nellie and that her ghost continues to haunt the plantation. The legend of the Red Lady of Huntingdon College in Alabama weaves a haunting tale that has intrigued locals and visitors alike for generations. According to the lore, the ghost of the Red Lady is said to roam the corridors of Pratt Hall, one of the oldest buildings on the college campus. The story goes that she was a student at the college in the early 20th century who left her home up north to attend school, feeling homesick and lonely. Martha, as she is believed to be, became isolated and hard to live with. After numerous roommates abandoned her, leaving her with no friends, she took to wandering the halls at night, draped in her favorite color, red. Eventually, the Red Lady took her own life in Pratt Hall, and her restless spirit is said to linger there still. Whispers of eerie encounters with the Red Lady abound, with reports of strange sounds, unexplained cold drafts, and sightings of a spectral figure cloaked in a flowing red gown. Some claim to have heard her weeping in the dead of night, while others tell of feeling an unsettling presence in the empty halls. To this day, the legend of the Red Lady continues to capture the imagination of those who walk the grounds of Huntingdon College, adding a chilling layer to its rich history. This haunted building was a prison from 1811 to 1965, a total of 154 years. It was the oldest prison in the country when it finally closed. It was a progressive prison design, with individual cells, fireproof construction, and good ventilation. With all that in mind, this prison has seen horrific executions and gruesome murders and is now home to many of the spirits of those who died within its walls. Not only was the prison yard used for executions during the 19th and early 20th centuries, but many inmates died trying to escape. There is a local legend that some inmates are buried below the basement. The basement and the cell known as the death cell are the most active with paranormal activity. In these parts of the prison especially, reports of disembodied screams, bodiless footsteps, and objects moving of their own accord happen far too often. The building was transformed into a museum shortly after the prison closed. In 1986, it was designated a National Historic Landmark. This prison museum holds a dungeon full of ghosts, all with a tale of how they met their end. Many years ago, a teenage girl and her boyfriend were driving home from prom when they got into a fight. Not wanting to be with him any longer, the girl requested that he pull over and let her out. He did as she asked, and she began walking home. However, she never made it. A truck ran the young girl over and abandoned her there, not even stopping to see if she was all right. The following morning, her corpse was discovered in a ditch. Legend has it that if you drive down Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama, you may see the apparition of the girl walking along the road, still trying to get home. Spooky! Built by an affluent family, the King-Criswell-Garrett Home has stood for over 150 years. Construction on the home predates the outbreak of the Civil War, but due to the war, the house was never completely finished. For the first time in 2011, paranormal tragedy struck. The owner, who was not an original Garrett family member, claimed that she was attacked. She said that a ghostly entity had played a role in her falling through a weak spot on the attic floor, which led to her tumbling down 2 stories. A year later, in 2012, an episode of The Dead Files came out to investigate the home. This episode is called A Widow's Rage and can still be watched today. The hosts of the show believe that the home was haunted by its original owners. Dr. William Shippen Sr. and his brother Joseph Shippen II owned the Oxford furnace from its beginnings in 1741 until passing it down to their progeny. They built this home in 1755 on what was then a 4,000-acre, 1,618 hectares estate. The manor is now on the state and national registers of historic places. With its age, it's no surprise that there are ghosts here that have been cited by multiple witnesses who have never met each other, so no working to come up with the same story. A young boy is often spotted in period garb, wandering in the front yard or on the porch. A woman's torso is said to fly about the place in a rush, like a chicken with its head cut off. A Revolutionary-era soldier is said to roam the grounds as well. There are also the telltale doors opening and closing of doors of their own volition, bodiless whispers, and sporadic other unexplained phenomena at the Shippen Manor. So much so that the property was featured on a 2018 episode of Ghost Hunters. The Oakleigh House Museum in Mobile, Alabama, is a historic antebellum house that is full of thousands of artifacts from Mobile's history. Many of these artifacts are dated between the 1830s and 1900s. However, some say that ghostly souls are attached to these artifacts. These claims aren't surprising once you've seen the items, though. Portraits of people with eyes that appear to follow you everywhere, and even a wreath braided from deceased human hair. The Oakleigh house was built by a prominent cotton broker named James W. Roper, and he and his family lived there for generations. In fact, 4 of his family members have even died in that house, and their souls are said to still walk the halls of their home at night. The Hotel Josefine, a grand and stately building, has a rich history that dates back to 1889. The hotel was built by A.D. Walker and was named after his beloved daughter, Josefine. Born in 1889, Josefine was just 4 months old when the hotel first opened its doors in Holton. Growing up, Josefine attended the schools in Holton and later graduated from the University of Kansas. A graduation photograph of her still graces the wall in the front parlor above the antique piano. But it is said that Josephine's spirit never left the hotel and wanders the halls to this day. Visitors to the hotel have reported strange occurrences such as ghostly apparitions, tapping sounds on the windows, and footsteps from invisible feet. Some believe that the spirit of Josephine still lingers in the hotel, watching over the guests and staff. The Hotel Josefine is a place where the past meets the present, and it's a destination where many ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts come and stay. It's been featured on episodes of Ghost Adventurers, and many photos of apparitions have been captured there. Daniel Pratt moved to Georgia from New Hampshire in 1819, where he began his stint with cotton gins. Pratt later moved to Alabama to take advantage of the expanding slave cotton territories. The Daniel Pratt Gin Company was founded in 1833, and he began manufacturing in 1836. In 1838, he formally founded the town of Prattville, Alabama. By the 1850s, Pratt gins were being sold across the U.S. and even in world markets. Prattville also boasted a cotton mill and a woolen mill. The Pratt Cotton Gin is haunted by the black lady who represents the poor and abusive work conditions during the time of the factory's operating years. She wears a black dress and has been witnessed by locals exploring the area from the hours of 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. One of the haunting events that occurred in the factory's heyday was the death of a little boy named Willie Youngblood, who fell to his death from an elevator shaft. Out of grief and depression, his mother later similarly committed suicide. By the way, if there's any topic in this video that catches your eye, just comment down below and let me know if you want me to make a separate video on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Wow, you guys have made it till the end of the video. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this one. So go ahead and check it out. Thanks for sticking around. See you soon. Until then, peace.